That is so not a Tier 4 Gevo. Hey guys, it's Ravenhawk6910 reporting once again. So, I am at my mom's house once again, visiting her for a few days, and doing absolutely nothing. Except looking at the new Lionel catalog and drooling. So in typical Ravenhawk style, we're going to go through the catalog, at least my personal highlights from the catalog. As always, I have to say this every time, these are my highlights, not yours. So, if you want to look at something that you think you might like more, click on the link in the description box and that'll take you to the full catalog and you can look at the entire thing. So, let's go ahead and get started. First up, no surprise, the Vision Line Niagara is in this catalog, as we knew it was going to be. And we're also getting our first look at the 20th Century Limited painted Niagara, which actually looks kind of nice. And there's also the various black ones that are there, including the LCCA Club exclusive one. And they're not showing the pilot one, which is a bit of a bummer, but oh well. Now, I was going to get the Vision Line Niagara. However, thanks to the quality problems I've been having with a lot of Lionel steam engines, I think I'm probably going to pass on the Niagara, even though it's a really nice model. But the Niagara really doesn't have a lot of relevance to me. You know, I don't really model New York Central that much, so I think it's safe to say that that model is going to be passed upon. However, it's still a very nice model, and it actually ended up being a lot cheaper than I thought it was going to be originally. The MSRP is actually sitting right on $1899.99, as you can see right here. So, you know, if you order through a good dealer, you'll get a good discount off of that, so you could probably get this for about, say, $15 or $16. Now, while I'm not going to purchase this engine, I did want to point this one out, the new Pennsylvania Railroad H10. Now, this one is significant for a few reasons. Number one, the price. This thing is $750. That is stupid cheap for a scale steam locomotive, especially since it's going to be die-cast metal, detailed out the wazoo, like most Lionel stuff is, and it's going to have not only the whistle steam smoke effect, but it's apparently, according to this, a swinging bell, just like on the Vision Line 700E. So, for that much value, you know, getting that much stuff at that price, that is quite extraordinary, really. So, I'm definitely going to be monitoring the situation on this engine, and I'm going to see what it's like when it comes out, and if it turns out to be as good as it appears to be in this catalog, then I'll consider purchasing one. Now, here's a steam locomotive section that I know a lot of people will be excited about, and that is the USRA Pacifics. But specifically up on top, look right there. That is Atlanta and West Point number 290. That is one of two steam locomotives that ran for the New Georgia Railroad in the 90s and late 80s. And down here on the bottom is Reading and Northern 425 with the water tender that it runs with. So these models are pretty unexpected and really, really nice. So now the 290 I am heavily considering because that is a cool locomotive. It's basically a Crescent PS4 built by Lima. So it's a really cool model, and it's one of the more obscure engines from the NS Steam program. So I'm definitely going to heavily look into getting Atlanta and West Point 290, so it's definitely at the top of the priority list. Next up, a little quick thing, are these new 2662s, and they've got a lot of different road names for those, but the one that really caught my attention was this rather unique Western Maryland one down here. I mean, that looks really, really cool. Now, moving on to the diesel section, first of all, we've got a brand new model for Lionel, and that is the EMD SW7. And what's cool about this model is that it's actually going to have fixed pilots. So they will be attached to the body of the engine and not to the truck. So that's really cool, and there's a whole bunch of different paint schemes being offered for this. So I'm not going to get this engine personally. However, I do like that Atlantic Coastline one right there. Now we move on to something that's really exciting me, and that is the Norfolk & Western 1776 Bicentennial SD45. Now, this sucker is really, really cool, and I did not expect to see this in the catalog, so I'm considering it. However, I'm a little hesitant on buying it, because Lionel has been messing up a lot of their diesel paint schemes as of lately. Even my Norfolk Southern number 911 has not been immune to those problems, because as you can see on it, the shade of red, which is actually the same shade of red that's on the 1776, is not right. It's actually more of an orange red than anything else, or in some people would even say it was pink. So I'm hesitant about getting the 1776, even though I really, really want it. So if I do get that engine, I'm probably going to have to buy into it knowing that the paint scheme might be messed up. And I hate thinking like that, but it's just a fact of life, because the MTH one that they made a few years ago is a real pain to find. The next one should come as no surprise, the SD70 ACE, including the Spirit of the Union Pacific. But what shocked me more than anything else is what's being offered right down here on the bottom right corner of the page. Have a look at this. It is the 1030. Now, for those of you who don't know, the 1030 was Norfolk Southern's 30th anniversary locomotive, sort of an unofficial member of the Heritage Fleet in a way, because at the event in North Carolina, the 1030 was there, and it had special 1982-2012 number boards installed right above the cab. So it was really nice, a really nice little touch for the event. So granted, those number boards aren't in the locomotive anymore, but it's still pretty nice. And the 1030 is actually special to me because back when I modeled in HO, I actually had the 1030. So it would be really cool to have another model of the 1030 in the scale I currently model in. The thing that's really perturbing me is right down here. Look at the second road number they're offering. 1111. They're offering the stupid barcode unit. Ugh. Now that does it for locomotives for me personally. Now, moving on to freight cars. This is where it gets a little exciting for me personally, because the 89-foot auto racks are back. But more specifically, look at some of the road names. BNSF, Ferromex, and Southern Railway. I was hoping and praying for the BNSF and Ferromex racks, because I've seen several of these out on the road, and oh my god, they are some of the coolest looking auto racks in service today. And the green Southern Railway ones are really, really cool. They're not around today anymore, but they're still really neat to look at. And then the other ones they're offering are CSX boxcar logo, NS Horsehead, and then there's also a Missouri, Kansas, Texas one down there. So that's a really cool touch. So I'm definitely going to be ordering all three of these auto racks, the BNSF, the Ferromex, and the Southern, to increase the length of my auto rack train, which granted right now is only 2 cars. So I need to work on that. So I'm going to get these two for sure, so be on the lookout for those. Next up are these, the Union Pacific flag car box cars. Now these are really neat because apparently they're going to have LED lights in the stars, so that way the stars will shine on these cars. But while I'm not going to get these, I am looking at possibly getting this one right here. Let me zoom in on it here. Right here, they've actually offered one for the Steam program. So as you can see, they've got the Big Boy, the Challenger, and the 844 on there. So that would actually look really good paired up with my Union Pacific flag box car. So I'm probably going to get this car right here, just to get it to match with the rest of my UP stuff. So that's all I'm going to say about the catalog. Now, there is a bunch of other really neat stuff in here. For example, they've got extended division cabooses with cameras in them. So that's really, really cool. And if you're a fan of passenger cars, this catalog has a lot of passenger cars in it this time around. So if you're a fan of passenger trains, this is your catalog right here, because they've got a bunch of different road names and a bunch of different styles of cars also that they're going to be making. So just like I said, click on the link that I've got in the description box. That'll take you to the full catalog, and you can check out the entire thing. The one thing that I am going to show you is kind of laughable, and it's a brand new starter set that Lionel is making, simply called BNSF Tier 4. Now, when I first saw this, I was really, really excited, thinking, oh my god, Lionel's going to make a Tier 4 Gevo. They're going to make it detail accurate, and it's going to be really, really cool. Nope. All we get is an 027 Tier 3 Gevo that is supposed to be a Tier 4, but it's not. And more to the point, if this is a brand new tooling, why did you keep the Norfolk Southern cab style on this thing? Look at this. It's even still got the hole in the nose. That's an NS unit, Lionel. So that's my personal set of highlights from the new Lionel catalog. What do you guys think of this catalog, and what are you guys going to pre-order? Start some discussion down in the comment section as always. And like I said, the ones that I'm looking at getting is Atlanta and West Point 290, A&W 1776, NS 1030, and the 3 auto racks that are in there. Especially heavy emphasis on the auto racks. Those are, out of all of those, the 3 locomotives are sort of maybes at this point, but the 3 auto racks are definitely going on the purchase list, along with the Union Pacific boxcar with the from the Steam program. So I'm definitely going to get those cars. So while I'm not going to review the auto racks when they come, because they're just auto racks, I probably will review that Union Pacific flag car. So be on the lookout for a review of that when it comes. I'm definitely going to pre-order that. And we shall just go from there. And hopefully, if I do choose to order the 290, I won't have any problems with it like I have had with past steam locomotives. So we'll see what happens. One more thing before I go, guys. I just wanted to say a big thanks to all of you guys out there for getting me up to 900 subscribers. We are 100 subscribers away from the big 1,000 mark. So that is amazingly awesome. Thank you guys so much for that. Now, when I do hit 1,000 subscribers, there's going to be some special stuff going on. I've been thinking about this a lot, and I really think I'm going to do a giveaway of some sort. Not quite sure what it's going to be yet, but if we get up to 1,000 subscribers before my 10th anniversary next year, then I will be doing a giveaway for you guys, because you guys deserve it. You guys got me up to this point. You guys keep watching my stuff somehow. So thank you guys so much as always for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. This is Ravenhawk6910 signing off.